Hey guys, it is the Emerald Surge on November 13th. And tonight we're going to talk about two different things. Jen is on the line. She's going to be going over her call that she's going to be doing for our entire diamond downline from our larger team tomorrow morning. So I was like, hey, why don't you do a run through tonight? And then it'll like calm your nerves a little bit. You'll see where you maybe need to fill things in and we'll go from there. So she's going to go over her stuff. After I'm done, I'm going to quick run through what I have to run through and we will get the ball rolling and get you guys off probably a little bit early tonight. We'll see. Jen's like, no. So if you have not listened to Melanie Mitro's podcast from today, definitely go and listen to that. Jen actually suggested it to me this evening and I started listening to it over feeding the kids dinner and it was so good. And I think I'm like 6 minutes in. And it talks about end of the year goals and not giving up on your goals now just because they seem like you're not going to hit them. And instead use that and really make this last couple of months some of the strongest of the entire year. Then when you hit January, those people who are ready to change, and we've all heard this before, when they're ready, they're going to go to the person that's consistently still showing up, who's invited them before, and who's crushing it through the holidays and showing that they're still showing up regardless of family events, traveling, things like that. So if you have not, go listen to that podcast, use it for your tomorrow's PD. It is definitely worth listening to. Also, one other thing too, I thought of this while I was listening to it. I often see coaches sharing Melanie's podcast, or other coaches' podcasts. And sometimes I think to myself, the stuff that we hear on those podcasts pertains to us and we love it. And it's such good information for our businesses because they are about a lot of times about coaching or MLMs or entrepreneurship. But if you do share Melanie's podcast and tag Melanie, people are going to start following Melanie and then maybe we'll join Melanie. Just to think about from a business standpoint, share it with your team, share it with your downlines, but I wouldn't share it in your stories. I feel bad saying that, but it does like send them there. Now, if you think like, I'm not going to take coaches on my team and pictures, I went through that phase in my business. I'm like, no, because what if they start following them? That is not the same, I don't think, because everybody helps everybody when you're on the same team. So anyway, just a little food for thought there. Okay, so what Melanie talked about is very, it pertains to what I'm going to show you tonight. So I was talking to my team about end of the year goals last night, and I was thinking about this all day yesterday. How can I create something that will make it really easy for them to invite to without having to take a lot of time away from, their personal lives, taking a lot of time at night when they get home from work, and just kind of cut down on that side work and mainly focus on inviting. And then they have somewhere to put these people and a system to follow through with. So what I created for my team, and I will give these graphics to Chelsea and Megan as well so they can share with you guys, is a flash sale. So you guys may have seen this last year in a few different teams, but I spent like 4 or 5 hours on this today. Can you guys see my screen? Alyssa, can you see my screen? Okay. And what I did was I set up a group in Facebook. It's a closed group. It's not a secret group. I even thought about making it public, to be honest, but I'm not sure how I feel about that. You can leave me your opinions in the chat on that. But I guess I'm thinking, what's it going to hurt other than people maybe coming in there and like poaching people? Unfortunately, I have to think about that. But anyway, so what I did was make individual graphics about how to join us. So obviously I pinned this one to the top because the best option would be to select a package from below and join our team for free. So that verbiage comes from when they join with a challenge pack, it's free to join. They're not paying that $15.95 a month to join that first month. And then the second month is when that $15.95 fee kicks in and their 25% discount. So saying, try our team for free for a month is a legit deal. So I know I've changed my verbiage a lot to say, give me a 90-day commitment, versus joining me for 21 days, that will tell you that you're in this longer than 21 days, and it tells me that you're committed to actually making a change. The second thing I pinned to the top of the page is this opportunity for them to also be in a drawing for a $50 Target gift card that I am going to fund for my team. I'm assuming Megan and Chelsea will both do the same for you guys. But if they purchase, they have to come in here, put their order number and tag their coach, or take a screenshot of their order confirmation and place it here. And then on the 30th of the month, I'm going to come in here live with everybody who committed and do a live drawing for that $50 Target gift card. The reason I chose a gift card for that is because you can send it electronically. It takes a lot of the hassle and the work out of sending a gift in the mail. And I'm lazy like that, so that's what I did. Okay, so the other options I did were, option number 1 is Beachbody On Demand, Shakeology, and the 3-day refresh. The reason I chose this is because our team is doing a team-wide 3-day refresh. A lot of my posts have been geared towards that, and I think a lot of the women on our team have been sharing about that as well. So when people want the 3-day refresh, I'm going to refer them to this package versus just doing the 3-day refresh. For me personally, I think spending $70 on the 3-day refresh is a lot of money. So if they can join with a year of fitness, a month of Shakeology, the portion control containers, and a 3-day cleanse for $184 instead of like $80 just for the 3-day refresh, I definitely think that's more bang for their buck. And what I did with each of these posts, I put the sale price, the $20 off sale price, and then the regular price along with it. Another thing that we are doing is the coaches on my team and myself are in charge. If I have somebody purchase this option, I would gift them a $15 Amazon gift card. Now, a lot of people might think like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. That's a lot of money. However, if you think about it, a small $15 gift and incentive for somebody to join you is nothing if they are going to stick with you for a while, completely change their life, possibly join your team as a coach, start helping other people. $15 to me, when I first started, I remember I would send everybody a personal development book, which was like $16, $17, then shipping it to them with a card. So I just think of it as a small investment in them for investing in you. So then I go into why should you choose this package. I talk about the fitness, the nutrition. So I go through this 30-day supply of Shakeology, everything that's in it, portion fix, a 3-day refresh. And then to claim this, what you have to do is comment below, sold, and tag the coach with your email address. Then the coach that they tag can do a share a cart and send them the link through there to enroll. They can complete it and then go to that pinned post with their order number. So I did a bunch of different options. So Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology Challenge Pack, BOD Performance Challenge Pack, BOD Performance with 3-day refresh. And you guys, when you go into Share a Cart, if you're doing this option with the 3-day refresh, there's no Kickstart Challenge Pack anymore like there used to be. What you have to do, and I priced it out today, I made up a fake email address, went into Share a Cart, acted like I was making a cart for a customer, and got these prices. So these are accurate, plus shipping and handling would be added to this. But you choose the challenge pack, and then you add on the refresh without the Shakeology, and then it discounts the refresh to get this price of $184, just so you know. I added it with the one with Shakeology, and it did not discount it for whatever reason, which I thought was odd, but it did not discount it. Then I did 2B Mindset, Beachbody On Demand, Shakeology package, and then I went through here on this one and just went over like what 2B Mindset is, and then the same thing at the bottom of everyone to claim the gift. They just have to comment below. So what I thought this would help is you have something to invite to that you feel confident in, that's going to cover all the bases. They're going to get all the information they need. You're not going to word vomit all over them and scare them away. I said to my team, if anybody, gets customers and you've never held a challenge group before, from this flash sale, you can run the group with me. So just being open to trying different things, inviting to something that you feel confident in, I think is huge. I think it's going to be huge for newer coaches on our team and all throughout our downline, and just give them that boost of confidence that they need. And it also cuts out a lot of time and messaging and work for us as well when it's all set up like this. So take advantage of it. Get in there. I will share the link with you guys here for my team. Know that Chelsea and Megan, they'll create one for you guys and give you that link. Or if you want to create your own and do it without them, you can jump in here, take what you need. And I didn't put any prices on the graphics, and I did not put any dates anywhere in there, because what I'm thinking is if they extend that $20 off through December, we can just kind of, I don't know, keep rolling with it really through the end of the year, which is going to be great. So, okay, not that a graphic is needed. 2B mindset with performance line challenge pack. Yeah, I could add that. Want me to? Yeah, I could add it. Or I'll edit that one and say, or if you don't want to do Shakeology and want to do the performance line, it is available. Okay, cool. So feel free to start inviting and talking about that. Another thing I did for my team, for my PS coaches, is I made stories that are branded to these graphics as well, so they can share them on Instagram and say, who doesn't like a good sale? Click the link in my bio to join, so they can talk about it in their posts and refer people to the link in their bio on Instagram. They can talk about it in their stories, refer people to the link in their bio. The link in their bio will be this group link. All right, I didn't want to spend too much time on that, but definitely take Jen's like hiving. Just think, you'll feel so much better at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning doing this tonight. Okay, so I'll turn it over to Jen. And if you guys have any questions, just shoot them in the chat. If you have any questions for Jen while she's talking, shoot them in the chat, and then we'll address them at the end. Sometimes it's like squirrel if we do it as you're talking. So, all right, Jen.
All right, can you guys hear me okay? Sorry, I just got my baby to bed, and then he started screaming, and my dad lives with me, and I'm like, please. So I think he's got him to sleep, and we're all good. So anyway, so tomorrow, if Teresa didn't already say, tomorrow I am in the Diamond group because I am a Diamond, and you can sign up to lead the Wednesday morning calls. And I came back from the Diamond Retreat, and I work Wednesday mornings super early, and so I'm never on these calls. And I had, tomorrow I'm not in surgery, and it was for some reason, a free open, and I signed up. And then I crapped my pants. So Teresa and I have been texting today, and she said, why don't you just do it tonight? So some of you that like know me and hear me talk all the time are going to be like, why is she being so formal? And I'm not formal, but I'm going to go ahead and go through the whole spiel just so that I know what I'm doing. So those of you that already know my story, sorry. So anyway, so for those of you that don't know me, I am Jen Miller. I am a lifetime Diamond coach. I have been coaching since June of 17, so a little over a year. I am a nurse practitioner in orthopedics. I am a mom of 2 little boys. They are 5 and 1. My husband owns his own business as well here in Columbia, Missouri. And I was a group fitness instructor. So I got introduced to Beachbody many, many years ago by a friend. We did Insanity. We would meet every morning at work at 4:30, and we did Insanity. And I was in the best shape of my life. And then I had a baby, and I started group fitness teaching, and I kind of just forgot that Insanity was Beachbody, which is really crazy that you do that. And so then I was introduced again to it by my coach, Jess, whenever I was teaching at the gym. Our gym was closing. I was super pregnant, and I didn't know where I was going to start coaching again or teaching, and I didn't know how I was going to do that with having the baby. Like, how do you apply for a group fitness job at a new gym when you're 8 months pregnant? So even though I was I thought, doing a great job at the time. So she introduced me to Beachbody, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it to help you out. I signed up to be a coach for the discount, and then the gym closed, and people asked me like, well, what are we going to do? And I was like, I'm going to coach you online. I had no idea what I was doing. So I said, yeah, I'm going to coach you online. And then I called Jess and said, I have like 20 people that want to sign up. What do I do? And she's like, what? So it rolled from there. I did not hit Diamond until Summit, so around June. So I'd actually been coaching almost a year. I signed up to be a coach while everybody was at Summit that year. I had no idea what Summit was. So I had to wait a full year to actually go on any kind of a trip or any kind of a conference. And it was life-changing. So if you haven't been to Summit, you definitely need to go. So I became a Diamond there, and I was super excited. I hit Lifetime Diamond, which means that you hold it for 6 weeks. Obviously, you know this because everybody's going to be a Diamond on the call tomorrow. And then I quickly fell off of Active Diamond. And I was like, whoa, that was quick. And it makes you realize that you just have to keep working at it. So the things that I'm going to talk about this morning or today are that I have kind of 5 tips. I'm super busy. So my schedule, I'm a surgery nurse. I work in clinic 2 days a week. I work in surgery 3 days a week. And so I, honest to God, typically work about 5 12-hour days. I don't say that to brag. It's just the way surgery works. I am a salaried employee, and so they get you for every hour they can. So I do work a lot of hours, but this business means a lot to me. And so I just try to be like super diligent with the time that I have. The other disadvantage that I feel like I have is that a lot of us work our businesses from our phones. And 3 days a week, I literally from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m., I'm scrubbed into surgery. And so I cannot touch my phone. So I can't even check it. So that's where I've used that excuse a lot. Well, I'm in surgery and I couldn't look at my phone. And then I finally, literally in the last couple of weeks, was like, okay, this is not an excuse anymore. People do this all the time. And I do think that I was a little turned off in the beginning about the business because a lot of the coaches that you hear talk, this is their full-time job. And I always use the excuse, well, they don't work full-time, so they can make this happen. And then I heard Teresa one day, she didn't quit her job when she was an Emerald coach. I mean, she had to make it happen to be able to quit her job. So I knew that I needed to start working the business. So some of the things that I do that I feel like have helped me in my business is number one, consistency. Everybody can do consistency. So for me, my schedule is the exact same every single morning. I wake up at around 4:45 every single morning. I get straight up and do my workout. So I don't look at my phone. I don't touch my phone. I get up, do my workout. I do use my phone to do Instagram videos and stories, but I save them. I don't even post them at the time. So I'll do a video and I'll save it and then I move on. And I do that because otherwise I was like pausing the video, getting behind on my workout. And I'm like, I'm defeating the whole purpose. So I save my videos. I finish my workout. I mix my recover. I sit down and stretch with my recover and I post my Instagram stories. So I do that to save a little bit of time. And then I get ready for work. The only time I use my phone while I'm getting ready for work is I do turn on personal development while I'm doing my makeup and my hair, which is about 20 minutes, usually in the mornings. So I do that and listen to personal development during that time. That used to be a time when I would be texting, talking, but I literally use it for personal development. So I turn on a podcast that I know I can finish either in the truck or during the time I'm getting ready. Then I do I usually spend about 10 minutes where I post my workouts in the groups that I'm in. So my challenge groups, the online fit district, whatever groups I'm in, I go ahead and post my workout. So it's usually about 30 minutes or so after I've actually done it, but nobody cares. So I go ahead and I post my workouts at that time. And then I try to spend, if I have like 10 extra minutes, I do try to sit down and I do some inviting at that time. So I go ahead and invite or just follow. I literally go through my Instagram and the people you might know, I'm like, yep, I know them, or no, I don't. They look interesting and I follow them. And it's really quick. I used to sit and think about it forever. I don't know that it's helping that great. I don't know if those people follow me back all the time because I'm not great at tracking it, but I go ahead and follow some people. And then I go to work. And so while I'm at work, I am kind of stuck without my phone for some time. But the consistency of the fact that my schedule is the same every single morning. The only thing I post real time is like my Energize. I do my Energize every morning and I post it every single morning. And that is real time so that people know like, crap, it's 5 a.m. and she is drinking her drink. She's ready to go. My workouts, I do a little bit later so that I don't interrupt my workout. So I just think that being consistent, people will eventually say like, wow, she actually is doing this every single day. I'm not going to say I don't miss a day, guys. Everybody has days where we oversleep, we sleep in, your kids don't sleep well. I have a 1-year-old who's teething. And so I do miss a day. And sometimes I'll just do a quick story like, hey, I missed a day, so you guys hold me accountable. So consistency is key. Also, being consistent with your teams. So Teresa started doing Monday night calls, I think when I started, and there was also a Saturday morning coffee talk when I started. I didn't even know what that meant. I kind of thought it was a requirement. And so I just started getting on them, and then I never stopped. I have missed a few, but I really don't miss many. Like, I think I missed the morning that I delivered my son, and then I was back on the next Saturday morning. I really thought that it was a requirement. So that's why I'm there. And then I realized, like, wait a minute, there are people that aren't on here that were here last week. And I realized that it wasn't actually required, but I have major fear of missing out. And so I'm on every call because I'm afraid somebody's going to go over something that I need to know. So that's another thing, is try to be consistent with the calls if you can. Number 2 for me, that was huge for me to develop or to grow my business, was transparency. It took me a lot of years to realize that, like, I can be me and people are still going to like me. And I know that sounds crazy. I went to a small high school and I was a pretty popular person, but I wasn't popular, I don't think, for the right reasons. I was that person that, I'm not going to lie, I would, a group of girls would talk about another group of girls. And it was toxic. And so I think once my confidence grew, it just made me realize that I could be transparent and people were still going to be okay with me. So I remember watching stories or Instagram pictures and everything was perfect. And I'm like, God, if I wait to post a picture until my house is perfect, it will be 10 years from now. And so I did actually have someone comment to me one time, wow, I cannot believe you posted that picture with all of that laundry in the back. And it was my own sister-in-law. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that it was an issue. Like, I cannot believe I did that either. And then I was like, you know what? Do you know how many people commented like, I'm so glad you got your workout in, even though you had laundry to fold. And so I just made it real, and that's me. And there are days when I'm exhausted, and there are days that my kids are climbing on me, and there are days that I actually have my hair done and it looks good. But most of the time, my stuff is not perfect. I have a steam cleaner sitting behind me right now. I don't know if you can see that or not. I haven't used it in a long time, but it's there. So I just think being transparent with people is going to really get them to understand that, like, they can do this too. Everything isn't perfect. My time isn't always perfect. My house isn't perfect. So being transparent is number 1 for me. One thing I did forget about, oh no, never mind. I'll go back to that. I wrote this on the wrong line. So just be you, do your thing. And like I said, people will trust you. Tammy is actually on this call. I'm going to break out of my normal. Tammy's on this call, and she is somebody that didn't know me, and she reached out to me because I was a tired mom. She's like, I saw your post about being a tired mom. I'm like, who are you? You're awesome. If you're tired, let's do this together. And that's really why she posted. So if I would have had a perfect smile on that day and enough concealer to cover the bags under my eyes, she may not have reached out to me. And then number 3, one of the other things that I really think has helped me in my business that I never thought I needed was personal development. I'm not going to lie. I've been a part of other MLMs before, and they talk about personal development, and I'm like, yep, I don't really have time for that. I don't even know what that is. And I actually sat down and read a really good book. I read Girl Code whenever I first started this on a treadmill at the gym. I read it and I was like, wow, these girls are like bosses. And I think I could probably be like that. And then I didn't even know what a podcast was. I had no idea I was like, who puts this on their phone? How do I get it? Do I go to the phone store? I seriously had no idea. And then I downloaded it and I was like, oh, I can listen to like 10 minutes of intelligent things on my drive. So for me, I never, ever, ever listen to music in my car. Music's a huge part of my life. I love it, but I save it for my workouts. I listen to music in the background while I'm working out, but in my vehicle, when I'm by myself, is personal development all the way, every single day. I only drive about 10 minutes or so to work and back, which is wonderful. But it's enough time that I can usually get in. I listen to everything at 1.5 speed. Rachel Hollis talks fast, but I do listen to everything at 1.5 speed, and I can usually get through some pretty good podcasts. I have my normals that I listen to, or a book. So I do think that that's time that shouldn't be wasted. I also do learning personal development podcast while I'm folding laundry, because those are times when it's like it has to get done, but I can always double up. So anywhere you can double up your time, guys, is huge. Again, my whole talk is about being a ninja with your time, because when you're super busy, you have to be able to make the most out of every single minute that you have. So I'm going through the 2B Mindset certification right now. And the last 2 weekends, I've literally set my computer up on a pillow in my bedroom, and I've folded laundry while listening to the videos. So I just think that that's something, it's normally a time when I would totally binge on Shameless or something terrible on Netflix. And I just decided that that's just not me. I can't, if I want this to actually work for me, then that's something that I have to do. So number 4, business building things. So again, I kind of went over this a little bit, but first thing in the morning, I do these things every single day. I do Instagram stories. During the day, people will know that I don't have a story usually from 7 to 5 or so, because I just don't have a lot going on. I can't really like take a picture of, the operating room and say, hey, here I am. I did post yesterday. It was funny. I had several comments. It's snowing in Missouri. Yeah, you Wisconsiners. I don't know if it's snowing there, but God, what is going on in Missouri? And so I took a picture out of the hospital window, and I'm like, I actually found a window and it's snowing. And all of my like hospital friends are like, oh my gosh, it's so weird, because when you're inside of a hospital, I promise you all, you have no idea what's happening outside. So I didn't know it was snowing. So I do post stories throughout the day if I can. And then again, while I'm getting ready, I do personal development. I do check in with as soon as I get to work, once my patient's ready to go, if I have literally 5 minutes, I check in with my group, my challenge group, and I'll just go through, comment on people's things if I can. And then I'm the worst about this, but as far as my personal posts, I don't plan those ahead. I just have never really gotten to where I feel like I can plan ahead, because I like to post what's going on with me at that moment. I know that probably sounds crazy, but that's just me. And so usually my posts don't happen until around lunchtime, because I do get lunch about 5 to 7 minutes where I eat, and I just kind of will post something that I'm thinking. I've tried forever to do that ahead of time. And if you guys have tips on that, please let me know. But it's just one of those things for me that I feel like I need to be doing the in the moment kind of thing. And then as far as business building tips, again, I check messages. I usually spend about 10 minutes in the evening where I just check messages or people that have commented on my post. And then I don't do invites every single day. So I try to do them 3 days a week. And I know that people are going to be like, nope, you have to do 50 a day or 10 a day or whatever. It doesn't work for me, and I just can't do it. And then I get stressed out. So I try to spend 3, maybe 4 days. I definitely use my 2 days on the weekends, and I send out invites. So everybody that has messaged or commented me from Instagram stories, I send an invite to them. And I don't always invite to coaching necessarily. I invite to a challenge group first, and then I'll talk to you about that a little bit more about the coaching portion. But so I usually do my invites 3 to 4 days a week. And then follow-ups. Follow-ups are huge. I used to not do this because I didn't want to bother people. And then I realized, like, I'm a super busy mom and people message me all the time, and I'm not trying to be rude, but I forget to message them back. I look at it, and especially with being in the operating room, I'll look at my phone and I'll see somebody messages me, and then it's not bolded anymore, and I forget about it and I never return it. So if I do that, I know that people I'm inviting are doing that. And so I've started following up, and it's amazing the number of people that actually say, wow, I'm so glad you followed up. I totally forgot to respond to you. I do need some help. So follow-ups are huge. And I do those 3 to 4 days a week where I sit down and I will just go through. Again, I wish I could tell you that I have like this great system. I don't. I started a notebook because I used to just literally go through my Facebook messages, and that was a horrible system. So I've started a notebook where I'll write down who I've invited, and then if they've commented, and then I go back and I'll follow up with them. You guys, I'm sure, already know how to do follow-ups. I won't go over that. But there is occasional times where I'll be able to message things throughout the day, but I can't. So then in the evening, while I get dinner going, if you follow me, you know I'm an Instant Pot junkie. So I put dinner in my Instant Pot almost every single night, or my husband cooks. That's huge. I know not everybody has that benefit. My husband's a great cook and he likes it. So while dinner is getting ready, I will sit down at that time and I send invites to people. That's when I do my inviting. Usually I have about 20 to 30 minutes where my kids are actually playing and having a good time. And so I do send invites at that time. Then we do dinner. I get my kids done and we do team calls a couple nights a week. So Mondays and Tuesday nights, or every other Tuesday, I'm on a team call and I try not to miss that. The kids usually are around during that time, but I try to stay consistent with that. And then after that, when I put my kids to bed, I do spend some time where I act on the notes that I've taken from meetings or from calls. So I have learned that I could take a whole notebook full of notes, but if I don't do anything, it doesn't matter. So I have started where I get off of a call, and if my kids are already in bed, I will try to take 2 or 3 things that I've learned from the call or from the conference or whatever we've done, and I try to act on those right away. So I do that. And then again, I'll do more follow-ups, more inviting, and I will try to think of things for posting for the next day. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't stay up late. I can't. I get up super early. I would love to say like, yeah, I work this business all night long, but I don't. It's not realistic for me. I usually try to be in bed. You're going to laugh at me. I try to be in bed by 8:30. I do play on my phone, but 9 o'clock is my cutoff for my phone. And then I've been trying to read my book, but I've been falling asleep every single night reading this personal development book. So I will slowly get through it, I promise. But I don't stay up late, because one of the things that we tell people all the time is that you have to get enough sleep. And I don't think that we're doing any service to ourselves or our challengers if we're not doing that. So, then I get up and start it all over. Weekends are different for me. So for business building, I get up every Saturday morning and do a team call at 7. And the good thing about that is that it kind of sets my tone for the day as far as getting things ready. Weekends are my biggest business building times, just because I'm not at work. So for me, that's when I really, really push for inviting. As soon as my kids go down for a nap, they still take naps. As soon as my kids go down for a nap, that's when I do my whole week of my challenger post. So for my challenge guides, I do all of my posts. I have those already planned, and I do those on the weekends, because that's one less thing that I have to worry about. I have challengers that start working out around 3:45 a.m. And so I can't be posting those in the morning. So I schedule them to post at 3:30ish. So that they know what their challenge of the day is. I simplified all of our challenges. So for our challenge group, it is pretty simple. My challengers like to do a challenge every day. So right now it's Planksgiving. They have to tell me one thing they're thankful for in regards to whatever word we're doing for the day, and they have to do a timed plank. That's what I found for my challengers. They love it, and it makes the posting super easy, guys. You can literally say your challenge for the day is, today the word was animal, and that they had to do a 1 minute and 20-second plank, I think, or something. But I do all of those on the weekends, so it's done. And then that's when I also try to do recognition for challengers, for coaches, and that type of thing. So it's not hard. As far as the time goes, it's just that I found out that scrolling is wasting time and it's not benefiting me. There's so much negativity on social media these days that it's not worth my time anyway. So I just try to go to the people that I want to see and post and go from there as far as following up. And then the fifth thing that was really huge for me into getting hitting diamond, and right now I'm pushing for 1 star, which is a huge, crazy, like off the wall. It's clearly not probably going to happen, but I mean, what's a goal? Why would you try to push for something that is super easy? So the last thing is inviting to coaching. I used to sign challengers up, and then when it was time for their Shakeology to renew, I would talk to them about signing up for the discount to get a percentage off. The problem with that is that then they're faced with, oh crap, you want me to pay $40. I know I'm going to get it back, but I have to pay $40, and then I'm going to pay for Shakeology. It just seems like a lot of work, and people just quit doing it. Plus, on my end, I had to send through the form for the reimbursement. So what I've started doing now is that when I talk to them about a challenge group and they are ready to sign up, I go ahead and throw out the, hey, I'm going to go ahead, if you're okay with it, and sign you up for the VIP team member. What this does is it will get you a discount on your future products. I want you to commit to me, for the next, I say 60 days, but commit to me for 60 days. And so that'll get you a discount on next month's products. It's easy to cancel if you would like. But if you don't do that now, we have to go through a process of $40, blah, blah. And most people are like, yeah, just do it. It's easier to do that now. So I do think that that's a benefit. I don't try to like mass recruit, because I don't feel like I let people know, like, if you want to work this business, we'll do that. And some people know ahead of time that they want to. There are some people that have to be a challenger for quite a while before they're ready to really work the business. So I do present it as a discount at first, but let them know that, hey, if you decide you want to get your Shakeology paid for, we can talk about inviting friends. The other thing that I just started doing, and it worked for the first time this weekend, is that when people would give me a price objection, I was like, okay, well, when you're in a better situation, you let me know. And then I was like, well, that's really silly, because why do a lot of people start coaching? Because they want extra money. They want to pay for their Shakeology. So I had a girl that I know truly wants to do Beachbody, and she truly cannot afford it. And so I said, hey, this is the deal. Find 3 friends that you think will do this with you. We'll sign you up as a discount coach, and you sign them up. You could work the business. Your Beachbody Challenge Pack is paid for, and you're helping 3 of your friends. She did a post on her Facebook and said, look, I want to do this. I want 3 people to be accountable with me. She signed up as a coach. She then signed another coach under her. Therefore, like, now we're signing coaches and building our team. And she immediately said, I love what you do. I love that you worked with me and made this work, and I want to help someone else do this. And so she went from, like, I just want to do this, to, like, get 3 people to pay for my challenge pack, to I want to help someone else do this. Like, you took the time to truly help me when I'm in a terrible financial state right now. I mean, this girl, like, screenshotted her bank account and was like, ah, and I'm like, oh, holy crap. It scared me. And I said, I think you can turn this around. She has a great story. She really wants to work hard, and she truly needs to make extra money. And so one of her friends had literally said, like, I need the help, and I think you'll hold me accountable. So they both started their workouts on Monday. I'm super excited for them. And again, like I said, she's working for 2 more people to sign up so that she can fully get her challenge pack paid for, because she did use a credit card. But it's like, why aren't we offering that to people? Like, why aren't we talking more about the money? I used to be scared to tell people about that because I didn't want them to think I was in this to make money. And I'm truly not. But I do think that people can help other people, and still they can come out ahead. People are quitting their jobs, obviously, for this. So I do think that inviting to coaching is super important. And I used to kind of push it under the rug because I was scared to talk about it. But like we've heard from a million other people, and I'll say it again. My husband owns a business, and I tell people about it all day long, every single day. So why am I cutting myself short by not telling people about my business? I mean, I literally plaster his business cards all over the place, and he's gotten so much work that he doesn't know what to do. But why don't I do that for myself? So I do think that we need to really be sure that we're telling people what we do. When I introduce myself to people, I'm super proud to say I'm a nurse practitioner in orthopedics, but do I tell people I'm a coach? And I'm going to be honest, I used to tell people I'm a group fitness instructor because I didn't really make money off of them. I didn't really make money by how many people came to my classes. But it's so weird when you put a dollar sign on it because you're afraid that people are going to judge you or, or not join you because you're going to make money. But it's just like anything else, guys. We go get our hair done and we know that our hairstylist is making money. Why do we make this weird? So don't make it weird and invite to it. And you'd be surprised how many people actually will join you. So that's all I have. I probably talked super fast.
You did, but it was good. So good.
I told Teresa my biggest worry. So remember that I'm doing this to diamond people tomorrow. So I'm like, they know way more than I know. So if you have anything to add, please tell me.
It was so good. As you were talking, and I think that I just think cool. I know this, but I don't think many people on this call know this, is when she started, she was preparing for a group fitness class. So taking like 15, 20 minutes to write out the class and be prepared to teach it to people, driving, commuting to the gym quite a ways, teaching a 1-hour class, picking up after the class, packing up, driving home. So as you were saying, like, you're working 12-hour days, you are a mom of 2, you have a husband who is also an entrepreneur that is crazy busy, your dad lives with you. I mean, you have so many different roles going on in your life. Why in the heck would you want to add more to your plate? And as you're talking, I'm thinking of that. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember, instead of getting up at 7 on a Saturday morning to get on a call with a bunch of chat and like have fun and then set the tone for your day and send out a few invites and get your week planned out for your coaching business, you're probably spending about the same amount of time that you were before, but this income and return on your investment is going to be tenfold.
So to add to that, and I don't want to cry, my husband is wonderful. Like I've been married 8 years. He's a wonderful guy. And I literally getting his business started was hard. I mean, I have been the sole income and I was not a practitioner this whole time. So I was on an RN salary paying all of our bills, and he's a risk taker. So he's like, let's buy a farm. And I'm like, what? I mean, my husband is one of those guys that's like, if you have 50 cents, we're going to invest it back in, and that's just how he is. And he's smart and he makes it work. He's a wonderful guy. But what I have to admit to you is that when I was teaching group fitness, I felt like I had to teach group fitness for my own mental health. It was like an hour for me at the gym. Chelsea is on this call. She used to come to my classes. So she probably doesn't know this, and I hate to admit it, but so I would teach group fitness, and you have to learn the choreography. I taught 5 different classes. So I had to learn an hour of choreography, like 5 hours of choreography for this. I was in grad school at the time. I would be freaking out every night, listening to my music, trying to put the kids to bed, or my one child to bed, trying to remember all of this choreography. But when I got in there and I got in front of that class, it was like everything else that I didn't know how to do. I didn't know how to be a grad student. I didn't know anything. It all went away. And I loved teaching. So I didn't want to give it up, but I was gone every single morning. I would leave at 4:45 every morning. And then I would literally shower at the gym and go to work. And so my husband did daycare duty every single morning. And then I would always pick up extra classes at night, and I would teach sometimes 2 nights a week, 3 nights a week. So I didn't get home until 7:30 or 8 some nights. And my husband was like, done, like done enough that like we talked about divorce. Like he was like, you cannot give this much time to my business and to our marriage, but you can give all this time to the gym. And I was like, I have to, like, it's the only thing that keeps me, like I thought that giving to all of those people at the gym was making me happy. And so I'm going to be completely honest, like and I know graduating grad school helped, but we are happier people. Like in our marriage, it's just so different. I had no idea how much stress that was putting on our family by me being gone so much, because I thought that I was doing everything and it was wonderful because I was like super mom and super wife. No, I was like doing a lot of things really poorly. So like mediocre doing all those things. So it truly has helped me because I see my kids get up every single morning now. Whereas before I was gone and I didn't, I showered and then I went straight to work. And I thought that was okay until I started like seeing them in the morning, and I'm like, wait a minute, like this is actually pretty cool whenever I walk in there and my kid is like happy to see me. So that was like not part of the call, but Teresa's right. Like it was kind of crazy. And I even told my coach, Jess, I don't think she's on tonight, but I was like, you're insane. I'm not taking on another task. And then when it replaced that task, and then I got it is Jess on there. Okay. I couldn't tell because you were blacked out. But when I got like, not my first check, but my second one, I actually walked into the gym and I said, Jess, whoever these Beachbody fools are, like really messed up. Like they deposited a whole bunch of money in my account and I have no idea why. And she's like, you make money off of challenge packs. I had no idea, no clue. And I was like, no, seriously, like I need you to look at my bank account because I really think they did something wrong. Because my second week this is crazy and this doesn't happen for most people, but I think I had like 12 challenge packs or something. I haven't had a check like that since the second week. But it was funny because Jess didn't tell me that part. She didn't tell me that you made money on things because we didn't know. She started the week before me. So it was a bonus. And so, yeah, it truly has been a blessing for my family. And I'm not the coach that's probably going to quit my job. I do love my job and I trained for a long time, but you do realize when you do things like this, and I've been reading this book, I Am That Girl, is that what it's called? Yeah. About your passions. And like, I think that we teach our kids and we teach people like, you have to go to college and you have to get this great job. And I'm not going to lie, I love my job, but it doesn't fulfill me every day. this is different. Like, this is when you get a message from someone and they're like, I've lost 30 pounds and I have not felt this good in my own skin in years. It's like, you did that. I was just here to push you to do that. But I mean, I deal with orthopedic patients who are super unhealthy. They're very overweight. The world is against them. Just replace my knee and I'll be all better. Like, I deal with that every day, all day. And I'm just like, it's draining. And then I come home and my challenges are like, I did 10 push-ups. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, people are like wanting to like be healthy. So it is definitely different. And, you know, I'm sure my family would call me crazy if I quit my nurse practitioner job to be a full-time coach. But it's truly like a passion. And I think that I used to think people were crazy when they said passion. I'm like, passion, whatever. No, like, it's a real thing. So if you haven't felt that yet, just wait till a challenger messages you and you're going to be like, oh, thank God.
So awesome. I love that. That was really, really good. You're going to do amazing tomorrow. If anybody has questions, throw them in the chat and we'll answer them. But I wanted to end with this and share this too. When coaching gets hard, think about it as your favorite pair of jeans that you put on and you feel like $1,000,000 in, and you love the way they make your butt look and they feel so comfortable, and I don't know, they're just your favorite pair of jeans and nobody compliments you on them. You don't get home and throw away the jeans because somebody didn't compliment you on them or ask you where you bought them or anything like that. You keep wearing the jeans because you like the jeans. So if you're coaching and you're feeling like you're spinning your wheels or you're getting frustrated, or you just feel like there's so many people that I know would love this, but they are not joining me for whatever reason, and I'm just getting really frustrated and I don't know if this is for me, I want you to think about that. You don't just throw things out the window or quit on them because other people don't see what you see yet. And the key word is yet. So keep showing up, keep doing your thing, keep inviting, keep being that positive voice in a sea of social media that's super negative. I think what we have is amazing, and getting to hear people who now have joined, coaches that have joined me, speak on calls like this, when once upon a time it was a one girl show for me, like it was everybody, is so rewarding, and it will happen to you too. You just have to keep inviting and keep showing up, because if you don't invite, the answer is always no. Emma said that last night. So anyway, thank you guys for taking time out of your night tonight. Thank you, Jen, for preparing that. That is amazing, and you're going to crush it tomorrow. I will be on supporting you and rooting for you. If any of the diamonds on our team can be on tomorrow, jump on, even if you have to stay off camera or go on your phone and whatever, sneak it at work. But anyway, we're super proud of you, and I can't wait to hear you tomorrow. I did record this, so if you missed the beginning, I will get that link posted. So, all right, guys, have a good night. Oh, shoot. I do have a question for you. Do you have business cards? If so, yes, I do. I can't remember the last time I handed one out, though. Very generic. It just says my Instagram handle, my email, and my Facebook handle. So, Vistaprint, I think I got them fairly cheap. All right, cool. Okay, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.